Radio Wassock News. President Reagan, when asked today in Washington what he would do if Communist China attacked America, replied, "We would draw the wagons in a circle." Still with the president, it was reported yesterday that his library had burned down and both of his books have been destroyed. One of them wasn't even coloured in. Regent's Park Zoo have successfully crossed a tortoise with a vibrator. The result is to be called an armadillo. And I've just received a late newsflash. Ex-President of Uganda, Idi Amin, has been discovered living in London. Apparently he's been having a series of hemorrhoid operations in Harley Street. A spokesman said we had to roll him in flour to find his arse. And now the weather. It's a bit black over Bill's mother's, so we went up on the roof and it's covered in pigeon crap. My shrapnel is giving me some stick, so wear a mac if you go out. Next news, here in an hour. Well, hi there, cats. Rocky Heptonstall here with the Request Show, and what a lovely day it is. I got up early this morning, had my fruit juice and all bran, then I put on my tracksuit and I jogged across the park to the studio. And I want you all to know I feel really fine. We're all ace here on Radio Wassock. Well, all righty. Radio Wassock. And it's time for the first request of the day. I have a letter from Wendy, and Wendy lives on Spawney Crescent. Hi, Wendy. Wendy's granddad has just returned home from Australia to celebrate his golden wedding and his birthday. How super. Unfortunately, Wendy says Shep, his dog, couldn't be at the docks to meet him because, oh dear, he was knocked down last night. Oh, how awful. This brave, courageous dog apparently gave its life trying to save a runaway pram. Oh, and there wasn't even a baby in the pram. Wendy says it was full of coal. Oh, dear. Anyway, Wendy says, can I play something suitable? OK, Wendy, I've got an album from the Tex Higgins Band and a lovely track on it, Wendy, baby. OK, it's nearly 9:15 at 10. Take it away, Tex. On your anniversary, happy birthday and Merry Christmas. Your present is under the tree. I'm sorry, old Shep can't be with us. He was knocked down last night by a tram. Knocked down by a tram. But the old rugged cross still marks his grave. We buried him next to man. Right next to man.
Roger, how you doing?
Oh, I'm not so bad, pal. Feel dog rough, actually. Oh, I feel awful. Went to a promotional do last night for that new Keep Fit clinic in downtown. Oh, and it was crazy, like vodka and orange juice, and then we're drinking Pernod and Tizer, of all things, like really crazy. And there were a load of Radio 1 blokes there. He was there, that Dave Lee Travesty, ain't he? Half a big lad. And it was a great night, like free drinks and all. But I feel dog rough. I haven't been home. Slept in reception all night. Feel awful. I couldn't even keep a cup of coffee down this morning. I feel rotten. But we went on to this other do after. And it was magic. This kid come up to me, because I'd got my white suit on and shades, really smart like. And this young laddie come up and he says, now then, Rocky, he says, if you went to a party and you got right drunk, he says, nay. I thought you were asking me advice, he says, and you woke up next morning in a strange bed and all your bum were covered in Vaseline. He says, would you tell your mates? I says, No, kidder, I don't suppose I would. He says, would you like to go to a party? Anyway, we went. Right good do. They had a disco on and food and that. And this kid had brought this bottle of green stuff back from Tunisia, distilled from figs, and we're drinking pints of this green stuff. Oh, I fell on fire. My mate fell through a plate glass window. Oh, it was a magic night, man. I can't remember much about it. But this bird come up, gorgeous looking bird, lovely legs and everything, come tapping me up, you know, giving me, lamping me, all this business. So, I pulled her, we got her at motorlight. It turned out to be a bloke. You'd never have known. I've still got his handbag in back at car. Hang on, this record's finishing. Well, OK, that was Tex, I'm breaking his teeth in for our dog. I can't talk this morning. Tex Higgins and his band. And I'll just pop this back in his sleeve there. Righto. Now, number 17 in the Radio Wassock charts, Tony Capstick and Capstick Comes Home. I'll never forget that first day at pit. Me and my father worked a 72-hour shift and then we walked home 43 miles through snow in his bare feet, huddled inside his clothes made out of old sacks. Eventually we trudged over hill until we could see street light twinkling in our village. My father smiled down at me through icicles hanging off his nose. Nearly home now, lad, he said. We stumbled into house and stood there freezing cold and tired out, shivering and miserable in front of meagre fire. Any road, my mum says, cheer up, lads. I've got you some nice brown bread and butter for your tea. My father went crackers. He reached out and gently pulled my mum towards him by the throat. You big, fat, idle, ugly wart, he said. You great, useless, spawny-eyed, parrot-faced Wassock. He had a way with words, my father. He'd been to college, you know. You've been out playing bingo all afternoon instead of getting some proper snap ready for me and this lad, he explained to me poor little purple-faced mam. Then turning to me, he said, Arthur? He could never remember my name. Here's half a crown. Nip down to Chip Oil and get us a nice piece of haddock for us tea. Man cannot live by bread alone. He were a right day to me father. He said as how working folk should have some dignity and pride and self-respect, and as how they should come home to somewhat warm and cheerful. And then he threw me mam on fire. We didn't have no tellies or shoes or bedclothes. We made us own fun in them days. Do you know, when I were a lad, you could get a tram down into town, buy 3 new suits and an overcoat, 4 pair of good boots, go and see George Formby at Palace Theatre, get blind drunk, have some steak and chips, a bunch of bananas and 3 stone of monkey nuts, and still have change out in a farthing. We'd lots of things in them days they haven't got today. Rickets, diphtheria, Hitler, and by we did look well going to school with no backside in his trousers and all his little heads painted purple because we had ringworm. They don't know they're born today. Well, cats, wasn't that just great? And I have a phone message here from a little boy who lives at number 11 Atlas Street. Apparently, he's lost his pet duck and he's very upset. Oh, so if you've seen it and you can help, give us a bell. And by a coincidence, the next message is also from Atlas Street. It's from a man wanting a recipe for orange sauce. If you can help in any way, as I said, ring us here at Radio Wassock on 696969. And now it's competition time. We've asked you to do your own version of Capstick Comes Home. The first one's from a Herr Wolfgang Bang Snorkelvögel.
Yeah, we were having lots of things in those days. What we are not having now. We had rickets, diphtheria, and Churchill. But we did look well marching into Poland with our helmets glittering in the sun.
Well, how super. There'll be more of all that later. Here's a song.
Matthew believes in his heart every man has the right to be sure of himself till the end of his days, and tomorrow he'll talk through the years of his life. People still buy him drinks just to hear of the beautiful girls, what he thinks of the world. Hands that paint pictures in endless sad stories, his eyes fill with pride as he talks, but the door is still open to those who believe that he's just an old man. When Matthew returns to his youth, you'll believe it's the truth, and you'll praise every word that he says. But Matthew, you can't do all of your life just what you want to do. Your know-how is gone now, but still you have memories to tell to the world. For 3 years he worked on the roads down in Cornwall, hands hard and calloused with every pitfall, lived for each day till the highways led down to the sea. Matthew just boarded a boat as an aging sea goat. He was paid sailor by trade, got in a fight for a girl in San Carlos, traded his job for a passage to Lagos, made 50,000 in snow, lost it all to a wheel. Once in a while he recalls all the rises and falls of a life, how he lost his first wife. But Matthew, you can't do all of your life just what you want to do. You know how is gone now, but still you have memories to tell to the world. Each individual every day that you've lived, every fight that you've won shows in your eyes as you wait for the sun to go down. Matthew can't work anymore, he just sits in a bar every day. Time slips away, but Matthew, you can't do all of your life just what you want to do. You know how it's gone now, but still you have memories to tell to the world.
And now, another Capstick comes home, this time from Nippon Aso.
Well, all righty. Remember they very well. Me and Honourable Father paddle home from Ricefield. Get into little paper house, absolutely locked. Man produce seaweed for tea. Honourable Father get out ancient sword and cut off Mother's allowance. See, that would come from working all day in field full of paddies.
Well, there we go then, cats. Full of Eastern promise there. And I have a phone call from a young lady who lives in Devizes and walks to one side. She tells me she was engaged to an Eskimo but has recently broken it off. And she'd like to hear some more from the Tex Higgins Band. Welcome home, dear granddad. On your anniversary, happy birthday and Merry Christmas. Your present is under the tree. I'm sorry old Shep can't be with us. He was knocked down last night by a tram. Knocked down by a tram. But the old rugged cross still marks his grave. We buried him next to man. Right next to man. Hodley, 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 hey. Uncle Horace was captured last evening. Oh Lord, he was caught in the graveyard once more. Auntie Doris has hidden his shovel, and she's put a new lock on his door. She's locked his door. Our Rosemary's having a baby. I can't think what the devil we're gonna do. What we're gonna do. Still, Granddad dear, it's nice that you're here, and you brought Grandma's ashes too. She's in a jar. Hodley, hodley, hey, hodley, hey. myself of late. 'Cause the doctor, he says I'll go blind.
It must be a bind.
And Mummy has brought me some boxing gloves, and I wear them in bed all the time.
All of the time.
Hodley, hodley, hey, hodley, hey. Hey, whoa there, boy. And that was Tex Higgins, who's appearing this week at the Golden Nugget Country Saloon, which is at the Miners' Welfare, Grimesworth. And that's all for today from me, Rocky Heptonstall, and my wonderful show. Remember, I love you all. Rocky loves each and every one of you. Look after yourselves. Have a really, really nice day. And I'll see yous all tomorrow. Okay then. Bye-bye. Ta-ra. Thank Christ that's done with. Boring old farts. Right, who's going for a drink? Here. What's that red light still on for?
Weren't they in First War, Jack?
Aye.
What were it like?
I remember Great War, lad. Christmas Day, 1914. We had a truce, you know. Not many folk know that. I was just 18-year-old, crouched in a rotten, wet trench, miserable and frightened. A few snowflakes came drifting fitfully down through grey winter sky. And all of a sudden, we could hear men's voices coming across no man's land. It were Huns singing. Nervously, I got up on the fire step and poked me head off at top of the trench. There were lots and lots of blokes, all milling round like. Some of them were in khaki and some in field grey. Well, we all climbed out and went across to them. A big, gigantic Hun come up and give me a piece of liverwurst and a lump of black bread. I gave him a woodbine. "Guten Tag, Tommy," he says. "Ah, all right, Fritz," says I. And then somebody produced a football. We made some goals out of piles of greatcoats, and us and Germans had a match. I'll never forget, in the middle of the greatest carnage mankind had ever known. We could get together like pals. Trouble was, one of their full-backs was a right big, dirty, horrible swine. He kept fouling our players, and their centre forward were a little Austrian corporal with a toothbrush moustache, and he kept catching ball on spike on his helmet and running off with it. Well, he come past me and laughing his head off. So I thought, right-o, pal, bang. I kicked him right in fundamentals, and that were it. Referee sent me off. Crowd all started fighting. We went back to trenches for his rifles. We were there for another 4 years.
Ah?
Ah.
Ah.
Does that fancy another, Herbert?
Ah.
I tell you what, though, let's go through into tap room, 'cause them big soft youths are going to play again.
There's something in me that needs to wander. There's many a land that I have to see. When I'm far away in a land of strangers, I know my good friends will think on me. And it's good to see you, so good to see you. Oh, how I've missed you since I've been gone. I've crossed the oceans, traveled through many lands. It's good to see you, to be in your home. When a man is down on his fortune, he stands alone, sometimes so alone. He looks around him, just looking for an open hand. Sometimes there's one, sometimes there's none. And it's good to see you, so good to see you. Oh, how I've missed you since I've been gone. I've crossed the oceans, traveled through many lands. It's good to see you, to be in your home. And it's a wonder whenever I venture, no matter how far away, no matter how long, there's a constant thread that's never broken, and it binds me to my friends at home. And it's good to see you, so good to see you. Oh, how I've missed you since I've been gone. I've crossed the oceans, traveled through many lands. It's good to see you, to be in your home. It's good to see you, to be in your home. It's good to see you, so good to see you. Oh, how I've missed you since I've been gone. I've crossed the oceans, traveled through many lands. It's good to see you, to be in your home. It's good to see you, so good to see you. Oh, how I've missed you since I've been gone. I've crossed the oceans, traveled through many lands. It's good to see you, to be in your home. It's good to see you, so good to see you. Oh, how I've missed you since I've been gone. I've crossed the ocean.
Oh, look who's over there. It's that Welsh nightmare. Oh, look out, he's seeing us. All right, Taff. You had a good Christmas?
Christmas? Christmas, boy, was beautiful, was magic in Wales so long ago. There were never Christmases like them. Christmas in our little grey farmhouse nestling deep in our secret valley in Wales so long ago. On Christmas Eve, we had a roaring log fire, and we'd sat and watched our ancestors dancing in the flickering flames. We had chestnuts roasting in the embers. And on Christmas Day, when the snow swept down the valley, crisp and white and deep and silent, and the frost rolled down from the magic Black Mountain, we had a fat goose for dinner. And after dinner, one of my uncles sang Drake's Drum, and another sang Cherry Ripe. Auntie Megan, breasted like a thrush, sang beautifully like a nightingale that Christmas so long ago. We had presents round the tree and mistletoe from the old religion tacked high to the rafters. And on St. Stephen's Day, the day after Christmas, I looked out of the window, and high upon the Black Mountain was a tree. One half of it was in green leaf from its bottommost bough to its topmost root, boy. And the other half of it was on fire. A sign from Llywelyn, from the gods, from the old way. that Christmas so long ago. Ah, God, that Christmas in Wales so long ago.
And that's last time I ask him a bloody question. Hey, now then, look at these Wassocks here with green hair. Don't they just look a set of...
Going up to Glossop on the A57, stuck behind a lorry, it was really heaven. Sit here, fair news, shove the gob. Now then, Sari, rock on you. Hello, Duck. Driving to a gig on the M62, I pulled out the choke and I thought of you. How's your bum? Oh, shut up, so's mine. Must be the weather, apart from that, I feel fine. Clapped out come a van, looking for a woman who's looking for a man. Don't like yours, mine's warm. Coco van. Have a gin, shut your face. It's me man. So I was standing by the bar with a fella I knew still. Two's company and three's a queue. Where's the bomb? 2 pints, have a crisp. Any chance of a jar, Squire? After time. Pudsey, Murfield, Woolwell, Wool, Sam Smith, don't come too late. Here's a sick, look sharp. Oh dear. Coming back home in the pouring rain, no brakes, no money, no lights, no brain. Hello sir, bald tyres, no tax. Your car blew into this, no thanks. Would you have just thrown it out?
Says, I am glad. I thought me ump had burst.
You know, I don't like groups in pubs, me. They give me headache. I don't like entertainment at all in pubs, me.
Nay, comedian weren't so bad that we had last week.
They were all right if you like laughing. I don't know what they're coming to pubs, Space Invaders, these groups on. Can you imagine what it's going to be like in a few years' time?
Yeah.
Domino's, £6 a spot. You'll be walking in saying a pint of Yamaha keg and 20 Suzukis. Barmaids with silicone breasts. I don't know. I'll be saying to young'uns, I can remember a time when you could go in a pub and get blind drunk for £18 and still have 19 and 6 left for your bus fare home. No. See, when I was a lad, we made us fun in house. Everybody had a piano. We used to sit round and have some sing-songs. I had an uncle in Navy, and he could play piano by ear. I'd had both his arms broken in Portsmouth. We used to sit round piano, throwing up on fire. We had some fun in them days.
Dad's drunk again, and he's brought lots of men and their wives home from the club. There's a shortage of beer, but you need have no fear. Bert's gone round the back door of the pub. Someone's playing the piano as if using a sledgehammer, crucifying, there goes my heart. Then a burst through the door and it's Bert, and what's more, he's got the beer and we're ready to start. And it'd see how we could sing what from those nights would bring singing for hours on end. Once we'd found a key, oh what harmony those boozy voices would lend. Heart of my heart, just for a start and walking my baby back home. And when it comes to an end, it's let's sing it again. They don't write 'em like that anymore. My mum's in the kitchen trying to knock up a snack from the chicken we ate this afternoon. Jack says, where's the toilet? Mum says, down the back. And by the looks, not a minute too soon. A laugh went round the whole house. Jack's fell in the coal house, and Manny's as drunk as a newt. And with his face covered black, he's not taken aback. He sings Mammy, and the rest follow suit. And it'd see how we could sing what from those nights would bring singing for hours on end. Once we found a key, oh what harmony those boozy voices would lend. Heart of my heart, just for a start and walking my baby back home. And when it comes to an end, it's let's sing it again. They don't write 'em like that anymore. 1:30 in the morning, Dad started yawning. He's got to be working at 6. A bored audience is watching while Kenny is botching and messing up easy card tricks. But it's time to go now, and Dad's got somehow to get 'em all to go home. And when they're all full of beer, the last thing they want to hear is a tune on his paper and comb. And it'd see how we could sing what from those nights would bring singing for hours on end. Once we'd found a key, oh what harmony those boozy voices would lend. Heart of my heart, just for a start and walking my baby back home. And when it comes to an end, it's let's sing it again. They don't write 'em like that anymore. When it comes to an end, it's let's sing it again. They don't write 'em like that anymore.
It's 3:15. There's no one in the place except you and me. We're drinking, my friend, to the end of a brief episode. It's a one for my baby.
All beer off now. I've told you twice. Play bloody piano. Come on, get your beer off. My dinner's ready. I'll be dead. Come on now, thank you. You're all right, Sergeant. You can stop for one after. Come on. Come on here. Come on.